Hey everyone, as the days passed, we're getting closer and closer to that dreaded time, back to school season.
Great practical joke, Jim. Got me go to the annex. No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
When ads are flooded with notebook discounts, and the latest stationery floods your social medias. Eventually, 20 days turn into 10 days, and before you know it, you're in the seat of your new homeroom class. And this question pops up like any other year. What did you do this summer? Some of your classmates talk about how they traveled, hung out with friends, learned a new trick on their skateboard, got a job over the summer. Everything and anything. Yet you can't rack your brain for anything notable you've done that you'd actually like to share with the group of people. So I'm here to fix that problem. So when the first day of school comes around, you can say, I learned how to crochet over the summer. Now, let's get into the video. Crochet is a hobby you can start easily. All you really need is a crochet hook, scissors, and a skein of yarn. With that one skein of yarn, you can learn the basic crochet stitches like in this tutorial. Then, with this newfound knowledge, you can escape into the world of crochet and make animals, practical items, and even clothing. If you want to make amigurumi or stuffed animals, I'd recommend a yarn needle, safety eyes, and some polyfill. If you are looking to make clothes or other square-based items, I'd find a pattern and buy things according to the materials list. And you'll need a yarn needle to weave in the ends. Now that you have the tools needed to crochet, let's move on to learning the stitches. So take your yarn and put it like this on a finger that is most comfortable. I'm using my pointer finger. And make sure the short end of the yarn is the one farthest away from you, and the long part is closer to you. Now I'm gonna grip it in my other hand, hold them both together, and turn my finger forward so that they're crossing right here. Then you're gonna bring it down and pull in the long string through the crisscross loop. And then you're gonna grab both of these. If you grab the long string and pull them, and then you have a slip knot. The reason it's called a slip knot is because if you pull it again, it slips right out. I'll do it one more time. Make sure that the short piece is on the other side. Grip, turn, go down, grab this long string, let go of both of the strings, and take the one that you grabbed, then take your other hand and pull them both, and then you have a slip knot. Now you take your hook, put it inside, and then you tighten the slip knot around it. Now that you have your slip knot, you can now begin to crochet. To do the chain, which is a foundation for most crochet projects that are not circles, you will take your yarn, you will hold your hook with your the shorter string, and you will take the long string and wrap it towards you. Always wrap it towards you. And then you can put your finger in between the two loops and then transfer the short yarn into your other hand. Then you will slide the hook up and you will attach the loop that you just wrapped around under the hook part of the hook, and then you will turn the hook down so that it is trapped, and then you will go up into this hole, the hole of the other loop from the beginning, and you go up and go through, and that is a chain. So you wrap around, switch hands, pull the hook forward, trap it underneath, and then turn it upside down so that this one will not be trapped underneath as well. And then I'm pushing up with the hook so that it creates a big enough hole for the hook to go through inside the second loop. You go up, reach for the sky. Oh, wait, there we go. And you have a chain. So once you get comfortable, you'll be able to do it faster. You can make a whole bunch of chains. So just practice this for a little bit and then move on to single crochet. Remember, around towards you, switch hands, lock it under, and then go underneath. Replay the clip until you get it. Now that you know how to chain, we'll single crochet. So usually people skip the first one or two, or whatever it says on the pattern. I'll skip one, so I'm skipping this chain, and people compare them to like V's, because it looks like little V's connected to each other if held vertically. But I'm right-handed, so I'm teaching you how to right-hand crochet. But you always work to your left, okay? So I'm gonna put my hook in through the V. So if this is a V, my hook is going like this, okay? Because the V is horizontal right now, going like this. When it's inside, you'll have looks like 2 loops, but it's actually still only 1. So you're gonna wrap it around, put it on top, just sit on top, okay? Make sure your hook is facing the sky, and then you're going to hold your project and then slide the hook up until the one you just sat on top gets stuck under the hook part. Then you're going to bring it, after it's being trapped inside the hook, out of this loop. Only the loop that is closest to it, not this loop. So you bring it out. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Now, like when you chained, you're going to wrap over towards yourself again. But this time, you're going to go through both of the loops, okay? So you're going to move it forward, trap it underneath, turn your hook upside down so these 2 won't get trapped. Then there are 2 holes you have to go through. You can go through one at a time. You can do this. 1. Okay, I have 1. Now get it trapped underneath, turn it again, and do the other one. Or you can go through, sit it on top, trap it, turn it upside down, go through the hole, and then go through both at the same time. So now I'm like sideways kind of. I'm just pushing my hook upwards until I go through both of the loops. Now you can do this with more ease, with less moving the hook once you get more used to it. But I'll do it one more time really slowly. This is the V. They have little holes inside. You go through the hole. You sit it on top. You hold your project. You move it forward. You get this trapped underneath the hook. You turn it upside down so you don't get trapped in there. Because guess what? If I just kept going, I'd be like, I can't get it through, because you have to go down so you don't grab the other loop with your hook. You go up out of the hole, but now you have 2 loops on your hook. And now you're gonna wrap over one more time towards yourself, not this way. Don't just keep going, just do 1 towards yourself. Get it trapped under the hook, and then go through all of them. There we go. I'll come back with you to teach you how to double crochet. I take it back. I'm teaching you how to do a second row. So now that you made it to the end of the first row, usually people chain 1 or however many they skipped in the beginning. And then you're going to turn your work. Remember, you can't work this way. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm crocheting. No, you have to do it from right to left. So this would be left to right. So we turn our work this way. Now we'll be able to work towards the left again until we get to this stitch. Now, the second row is also like into V's, but they look a little bit different now. Well, yeah, I guess they do. So we have the V here, a whole bunch of V's. But the only difference is we're not doing this to the V. We're going to go, the V is like this now. We're going to go under the V, both of them. So how we're going to do this is, we've already turned our work, and if you pull the work, you'll see this hole right here. There's 2 holes. The one from the previous row and the one from this row. 2 holes. Make sure you're going through to the one at the top. So I'm going to go through here, and so now that you're on the right row, if you pull apart the 2 V's, the V is kind of like this right now. If you pull it apart with your fingers, you'll be able to view your hook. Let me pull it apart. Here we go. See my hook? Okay, so now you sit it on top again. You hold your project. You get it trapped under the hook. Now you turn it upside down. Just rotate it a little bit, and then go up to get it out of the V. And now you wrap around. You grab your project. You get the first one stuck underneath. You put it upside down. Then you go up 1, up 2, or all together if you are able to. Now that you can do a second row, we're going to do that again. Remember, you go underneath both parts of the V, not in between, underneath. You grab one on your hook, get it trapped in the hook. Maybe another angle will help you. Then you bring it out. You have 2 on your hook. See how it's coming from the other side, because that's where we got it from. Wrap it around, hold the project, get it stuck underneath again, but this time go through both of them. Or one at a time if it's easier for you. Now that you know how to do that, just keep going until you reach the end of the row. By the way, you guys, if you made this far, you can click off because you know how to crochet now. But if you would like to expand your knowledge, you can learn this stitch, which is called a double crochet, which is also quite common. So I'm going to chain 1 and then turn it so we're working from left to right. Sorry, right to left. Have I been saying left to right this entire time? I don't know. But we're working from right to left, you guys. I'm sorry. So to double crochet, the only difference they're really similar. They're just a few added steps to it. So if you got the single crochet down, this would be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, okay? It'll be a breeze. So the first thing you do in a double crochet is you before you do anything at all, you wrap it around once towards yourself. So one more time, you wrap it around once towards yourself first before you do anything at all. And then, like a single crochet, you go through. But some might find it hard to go through after wrapping it around. Some people may make a mistake and drop it and then go through, and it's just a single crochet again. So make sure when you wrap it around, kind of have your finger close to the string, the yarn, sorry, so that it won't fall off. Maybe you can hold it with your index finger in your right hand. And then as you're holding it, you can kind of guide it to not fall off. Then you go through the V. Pull it if you need to make sure it's there. Then once you're there, then you let it sit on top. Every time you go through something, you take it out. So because I went through, my immediate action after going through the V, under the V I mean, is to sit it on top and trap it underneath my hook. See, I'm trapping it, and then I'm bringing it up out of that V. Now I have 3 on my hook instead of 2, like in a single crochet. Now I'm going to wrap over one more time, and instead of going through all 3, you're going to go through 2 of them, okay? So 1, okay, and 2. And now one more time, because it's a double crochet, it's basically 2 single crochets in one. So in single crochets, don't you go through 2? We just did that. So we have 2 more left. So we want to have a third one, wrap over again, and then now there's 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, which makes it a double crochet. So we're going to do it again. Remember, wrap over, go through, sit on top, take out, have 3 on make sure you count 3 loops, wrap over again, go through 2 only 2 loops, have 2 left over, wrap over one more time, trap it under, and then go through the last 2. Now you have a double crochet. So a single crochet is a little bit shorter than a double crochet, and a treble crochet is a little bit taller than a double crochet. So once more, go around, go in, go through 2, wrap over, go through 2, wrap over, go in, take 1 out, have 3, wrap over, go through 2, wrap over, go through 2. Okay? So all you have to remember is that you have to have 3 twice, okay? So have 3 loops on your hook twice inside the process of a double crochet. to make it basically 2 single crochets in one. Keep rewatching that clip if you need me to do it again. But I'm going to teach you guys how to half double crochet. This is very simple. It's much easier than a treble crochet, and it's very similar to a double crochet because it's called a half double crochet. So you turn it this way, and like a double crochet, you wrap around first. You have two loops on your hook, and you go through. Okay. You steal the yarn from the other side. Okay, like when you need to borrow this yarn. Then you bring it back, and now you have 3 loops on your hook. You wrap over once, and now you have 4 loops. Now, unlike the double crochet, when you only go through 2 and then wrap around again, you will go through all 3 at once. That's like a half double crochet, because you're only doing half the steps of a double crochet. Wrap over 1, go through, take it out, wrap over 1, go through all 3. And that is a half double crochet. Keep going until you get that down. It's a very simple stitch, and I think if you can do a single crochet, you can do any stitch if you try your hardest. So keep it up, you guys. Okay, now I will teach you how to do a treble crochet. So first you do your chain and then flip it over, remember, right to left. And the only difference between a double crochet, a single crochet, and a treble crochet is that now you wrap around twice in the beginning. So you have 1, 2, okay? This one's kind of a lot harder because it's hard to keep all these on when you inevitably go through the V, go under the V. So you want to go under now with 3 on your hook, and then you sit it on top, and you trap that long piece of yarn. Make sure you're not working with the short piece of yarn, okay? The tail is what it's called. And then you trap it under your hook and go back out from under the V. And if you count the loops, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 4 loops on your hook. Then you're going to wrap over again, wrap over, and then go through 2. Only 2. Out of all of the four loops, only go through 2. 1, wait. I went through 1, now I have 4, because it had 5 just now, and then I'm going to go through 2. Now after you go through 2, you wrap over again, and go through 2 more. 1, 2. Now wrap over 1 more time, and go through the last 2. So that is a treble crochet, which is basically 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. Because it doesn't single crochet have 3 loops on it, but we just had 3 groups of 3 loops. I'll demonstrate that again. So 1 loop, 2 loop. We have 3 loops. Then you go through, put this on here. Now you have 4 loops, wrap over. Now you have 5 loops. Then you go through 2. 1, 2, now you have 3 loops. Then you wrap over, you go through 2. 1, 2, you have 2 loops. Then you wrap over, and you go through the last 2, and then you have 1 loop. You only move on to the next stitch when you have 1 loop on your hook. Okay, one more time. So we have one loop on our hook. You wrap around towards yourself. You can hold it on. Wrap around one more time. Hold it on, I have 3. You're gonna go through, under the V. So our hook's going like this to the other side. Then we're gonna catch the long string of yarn and trap it underneath the hook and bring it out of the V. And then you have 4. Then you wrap it around. Then you go through 2. 1, 2. Wrap it around again. Then you go through 2. 1, 2. Wrap it around one more time. And then you go through 2. 1, 2. And there you have it. A treble crochet. So keep rewatching this clip until you got it down. Now that you can single crochet, double crochet, and treble crochet, I'm going to teach you guys how to slip stitch, which is very easy. I think I should have started with that, but it's not like a very important stitch in most cases, but they are used, if you're wondering. So it's very simple. You don't do anything. You don't wrap around anything. You just go through, go under the V, hook's going like this. This is the V, horizontal, going under the V. And you just wrap around and you bring it out. You have two on your hook. You do not wrap around again. You only have two, and you trap the one you just got from the V under the hook, turn it upside down, reach for the sky, and go through one. That's it. That's slip stitch. Go to the next one, go under, take it, take that, okay? And then you go under. Now that's two. You go under the V, you take the string, the yarn, and then you go turn it upside down, and you go up, and that's three. Dun 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 dun. It's very simple, usually used for ribbing, but you can use it in any scenario you think is necessary. So that is a slip stitch. They are pretty tight, so it might be hard to do another stitch on the robe after it, but it's not impossible. Like, you have to kind of really stretch it out a little bit because they're pretty tight stitches. But that is a stitch that you might come across, and I want you to know it. Okay, you guys, that's all I'm going to teach you in this video. If you learned or liked this video, and you want me to show you the rest of these abbreviations, comment down below. Please give me suggestions on how I could improve my teaching style, or the angles. Like, would you guys was the angle bad for learning? I don't remember what it was like when I learned, because I learned in person. So please tell me if anything was hard to understand because you could not see well. Like, I know all those crochet memes, like crochet tutorials, like, oh, showing you with their hands in the way, but hopefully I did not do that. I try my best not to, but I can only know from a different person's perspective. So please tell me in the comments. Please do not be rude about it. Like, this is my first tutorial, so be nice. Anyways, thank you guys for coming and learning and trying how to crochet. You should totally try it. I know you did try it, okay? I bet you did. Anyways, you have a delightful day, you guys.